What's up, guys? We are back. I'm looking at some more NBA plays in today's video. Yesterday, we were able to cash out all NBA plays, both in the DubClub and in yesterday's video. So over in the DubClub yesterday, we went 3-0 in the NBA, had a 6-2 day overall in the MLB. Main plays were a little bit less than that, but overall we crushed it with a combined 9-2 record yesterday over in the DubClub between the NBA and the MLB. I've got some free plays for you though in this video. These plays apply to sports books as well as apps like PrizePicks or Underdog. These plays apply for anybody, anywhere. So let's hop into these plays. You guys had the like goal in yesterday's video, which is why we have 3 plays in today's video. If you want a third play in tomorrow's video, make sure that you leave a like on this video, and while you're down there, you may as well subscribe, because if we get to 125 likes, I'll drop a third play in tomorrow's video also. I should also have some more free plays for the MLB today over on DOMG Props 2. The link to subscribe to this channel will be in my description, or just look it up on YouTube at DOMG Props 2, and you will be able to get my MLB plays for today for free over on YouTube. Before we get to these free plays, don't miss out on joining the DubClub. You can join the DubClub right now for free. There is a 2-day free trial available in my description. It gives you not only the free plays from these videos, but all of my plays sent straight to your phone. The Discord includes community chat where you talk to me and other members about plays. Live plays chat is extremely active when it comes to betting on live NBA games or just making entries on PrizePicks for those live games. You also have my contributors here in Asmies, Emo, and Props, all doing great work, giving out some awesome free plays. These guys absolutely kill it. Everybody's loving Asmies. He's had an insane month. Probably the best month I've seen from a contributor in the entire existence of my contributors here. So these guys are absolutely awesome. Just one of a lot of reasons to go ahead and join the DubClub right now for free in my description. All that, and I haven't even talked about my performance yet. NBA is over 70 units of profit, and the NHL is over 54 units of profit. To put that into perspective, you would have over $6,000 of profit if you had $50 on each play. That's how much we've been killing it this year. We had one of the members cash out this bad boy last night for my NBA plays, as you can see there. Absolutely crushed those. So don't miss out on joining down in my description, 2 days for free, or join for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off your first month. Both options are available in my description. Let's get to these free plays now over on PrizePicks in the NBA. Make sure that you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're not already on PrizePicks, join using promo code DOMG to get this promo here of play $5, get $50 instantly. Let's get to these plays. The first play I like here on today's slate is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. over his points and rebounds at 23.5. If this one ends up bumping up to 24.5, I would probably pivot to the over 19 points. But I think both spots are really good today for Jaren Jackson Jr. against Boston. Boston will definitely be a tough matchup, which is part of the reason why this line is so low. Because he is over at the end of the day in 70% of games this year. And there are guys coming back here for the Grizzlies, like Desmond Bane and John Morant are both actually healthy this time around. He still does have a pretty good hit rate this year with them healthy, though, as you can see, but a lot of these games, too, are from like a little bit earlier this year. He's only had 2 games this month, the 14th and the 29th, with both those guys active, where in one game he had 16, and one game he had 28. He does have a tough matchup against Boston, but he's already proved he can get this one done in the past. In his only game against them this year was back in December. They ended up beating Boston, actually, by about 6 points, where he dropped 36 points and rebounds with 27 points. And also in this game, Desmond Bane and John Morant actually both played. So not too much concern there. Some injuries, though, for the Grizzlies. The only one that's somewhat impactful is Brandon Clark being out. But overall, it's not a massive deal, I would say, to Jaren Jackson Jr., but you'll see that he's actually covered this in every game where he actually plays competent minutes, which I also want to touch on a little bit here, too, because in games where he actually plays competent minutes with 28+, the hit moves from 70% all the way up to about 84% there. And at the end of this day, this game here is a 5-point spread, so it should stay close and competitive, and we should be seeing good quality minutes here from Jaren Jackson Jr. He's also a better player at home. He's over in 76% of home games this year, and of course, if you bump those minutes up here, he is over in even more at 93%. He's actually already been over this too in 15 of his last 18 games at home, so he's been really hot lately, especially at home. Even as some of these other guys who have had pretty good games against them here, like Jeremy Sochan, who had 26 against them just the other night, which was actually about 2 days ago. Kevin Durant, obviously a better player than Jaren Jackson Jr., but he hooked his line there. He had 31 when his line was 31.5. You even have guys here like Kamara here from the Trailblazers. He dropped 26 against them with a 16.5 line. So with him having a 23.5 line, I think he's been able to clear this one here because he is a lot better of a power forward than a lot of these guys on this list. Pretty much every single one of these guys on this list he's better than probably Kevin Durant. Well, I should say definitely KD's better than him, but you can see here that they rank 3rd in points per game this year. They allow the 3rd least. Then they rank 13th in the rebounds allowed per game. But to power forwards gets a little bit better here. They rank 14th in points allowed and then 21st in rebounds allowed per game. So it's a little bit of a better matchup there for opposing power forward. But I do think Jaren Jackson Jr. is in a great spot despite this being a 70% hit rate line, which is that way because a lot of those games there he went over was because either Desmond Bane or John Morant were out or some other injuries to the teams. So with him being healthy, though, I think this line is just still way too low based off of what I think he's going to be able to do in this matchup, what he's already done against them. And at the end of the day, how other power forwards have been against them. And also the splits are really nice with the 5-point spread and like him in home games. So I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is in a great spot tonight to go over his points and rebounds at 23.5. Before I get to my next play here, if you're not already on Sleeper, it is, in my opinion, the best app out there right now. It's available in most states, 18 years and older. And if you use promo code DOMG, you get a free square and a promo of play $5, get $55. They have promos pretty much every single day on this app, whether that's some boosts or some discounts or both. Protected picks. It's insane how many promos they offer. It is the most in the industry that I've seen. Those promos should hopefully be on the board a little bit later today, but we have this promo here, which is a win one, get one for college basketball. If you win a college basketball entry, you get a bonus promo the next day, and it's only at a $5 minimum. They also could offer a better payout than an app like PrizePicks, like for example, if you like Jason Tatum's assists and Anthony Davis's points tonight. It paid a 3.53x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x over on PrizePicks, which is a massive difference, obviously. If you want this app for yourself, get it for yourself in my description. Use that promo code DOMG for that play $5, get $55 promo, and a free square. I should also mention that if you happen to use promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with, you can actually get a free month of my DubClub. Take a screenshot of that and send it to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I will send you back a free month of my DubClub. Getting into my next play here, we're going to go over to the points category here because tonight I like Kawhi Leonard over 17.5 points here as a goblin on PrizePicks. If you are wanting to get a little bit of a better payout, you could take his over 19.5 points or his 21.5 points, but I do like the lower option here at 17.5 points personally, but of course it's up to you and how much risk that you want to take. But at the end of the day, like Kawhi Leonard's points, let's take a look at why. He's had at least 18 points in 67% of games this year, but a lot of these games earlier in the year, he was a little bit limited. In his last 20 games, he's over in 15 of his last 18, 15 of his last 20. He's been on a massive run in these last couple of games here, like his last, probably 12, 13 games there. He's been absolutely on fire. And a lot of his games, too, he's even been in blowout situations with like 27 minutes there where he still dropped 23 points against the Hornets, and then 27 minutes last game here against the Nets where he dropped 31 points. He has a tough matchup now against Orlando on paper, who allowed the least points per game, but I'm not super concerned here for him against Orlando. He's consistently been seeing about 30 plus minutes except for these blowout type of games, and when he plays at least 30 minutes this year, he's actually over in 13 out of 16, with 2 of these misses here being on the hook. Now, at 19.5 points, though, he's only missed this like 4 times this year, so if you want a slightly better payout, you could take that. He's also expected to stay close and competitive. It's a 2.5 point spread, so I expect Kawhi to come to play here in this one because it's almost like a playoff test, I would say. It is 2 of the better teams in the NBA. So we also have other small forwards and how they've kind of played against Orlando lately. DeMar DeRozan cleared his line with 21. Klay Thompson hooked his line at 12.5. Not a player at all, though, like Kawhi Leonard. You have LeBron James here, who scored 24 with a 22.5 point line. And you have like Dylan Brooks here with 15 with a 13.5 point line. So these guys are clearing their lines against Orlando lately, especially like DeMar DeRozan here is a guy that I like to kind of point to here. Kawhi Leonard, though, has been extremely aggressive in his last few games. He has had a lot of good shooting games, I will say. I will give him that, which is not necessarily the best thing here if you're looking to take an over for points when a guy has like just really good shooting because it's usually not sustainable. But the field goal attempts have been very, very nice in most of these games here, especially like the Knicks game and the OKC game. Like when he's playing these tougher teams like the Knicks or the Thunder, he's been a lot more aggressive than when he plays a weaker team like Brooklyn, for example. Like 2 out of the 3 games here where he fell below 18 field goal attempts are against worse teams where there's not as much stakes on the line, if that kind of makes sense. Because it was a blowout game here against Charlotte. He had 16 field goal attempts there. Memphis is kind of one of the outlier games, I would kind of say. Then you have like the Nets here where they end up beating by 32 points, where that's when he dropped 14 field goal attempts. All these other games here, the tougher ones like OKC, he dropped 20 field goal attempts, which is one of his highest in a couple of more recent games. So that's part of the reason why I like Kawhi so much here. Again, 2.5 point spread, while it is a tougher matchup, I expect him to stay aggressive here and drop at least 18 points tonight. Since you guys hit the like goal in yesterday's video, I have a third play for you. Again, get this video here to 125 likes, and I will drop a third play tomorrow also. Hopping over to the MLB here, we're actually going to go with 2 guys to have a hit in today's game. We're going to go with Adley Rutschman to have a hit in today's game, which is he's at half a hit here on the PrizePicks board. Half total base is the same, but half a hit usually pays out a little bit more for whatever reason, even though they're the same play basically. And I also like Steven Kwan to also have a hit in today's game here. So this actually pays out a little bit more than it would like a normal square because you're going to pair these guys together. It's what's called a hit lay. And if you were to pair someone like Jordan Poole's points, for example, he has a 3.25x. So basically what I'm trying to say is to use this as one square, basically just think of it as one play, like a Jaren Jackson Jr. over points and rebounds, for example. If you pair all these guys together from this video, it would actually pay out a 4x on PrizePicks. If it's up to you if you want to include Kawhi Leonard for the extra 0.75x, or if it's worth it to you to just go with the 3.25x between these guys and Jaren Jackson Jr. It's up to you guys how you want to use my plays. But Adley Rutschman has a hit in 3 out of 4 games so far this year. Last year, he was over in 63% of games. However, this time around, he gets to face a left-handed pitcher in Sean Newcomb. Why I like him so much, though, is his track record against left-handed pitching. You can see here that he has a 250 in batting average last year. Against lefties, though, goes all the way up to about a 329 batting average, as you can see there. He's also on fire against lefties early last year, although it kind of slowed down towards the end of last year. Not super concerned about that because he started off the season extremely good against lefties, or just overall, really. What I also like here is that the Orioles are favored against the Red Sox in this game, and in wins, he's over in 71%, against lefties over in 81%. So a pretty big jump up right there compared to a righty in wins versus a lefty in wins. So 81% right there when they actually win, and they are favored to win this game. He's only had one plate appearance, though, against Sean Newcomb, where he did not have a hit. Not concerned. It's extremely small sample size, only one plate appearance. But his pitch mix here is pretty good for Rutschman. He has a 309 on-base average. Fastball goes up to a 356. Slider 366, and the curveball a 318. So pretty good track record there against all 3 pitches. Increases his on-base average against all 3 of those top 3 pitches. Even the sinker here, which he throws about 12% of the time, goes all the way up to a 415. So he's good against all pitches that he throws. Lowest body for Rutschman to have a hit. The next guy, though, is Steven Kwan, who has a hit in all 3 games this year. He actually has a multi-hit game in 2 out of those 3 games. And this year, he's over in 72% of games. I meant last year, 2024. But against lefties, though, who he's facing today, and Kyle Hart, against lefties, that goes from 72% all the way up to about 84% there. So he's actually good at the same side hitting here, since he is a lefty himself. But they are not favored to win this game here, but it's extremely close, so I'm not super concerned there. And at the end of the day, when you take only a hit prop, not like hit run and RBI, but just a hit prop, it doesn't matter as much. It kind of depends on how many plate appearances that he does have. But with him leading off, I'm not super concerned about there being like only 3 plate appearances in this game here. He should be seeing 4, hopefully 5. While his pitch mix is not on Outlier, when I researched it independently, he has a very, very good track record against all of his pitches. And you can also see that he's actually been over this in 10 straight games on the road. He's a very good player on the road, especially against lefties, over an 87% last year on the road against a lefty. So I think he's in a great spot here, even with that being the same side, lefty-lefty. He's proved he can get it done in the past. So give me the over here for Steven Kwan against a lefty. His batting average last year was a 292. Against left-handed pitching, though, goes up to about a 318. So I think he's in a great spot. It's right by my head, by the way. I probably did that for Rutschman too, but 319 average right there against lefties. I'm not done with the free plays yet, but a couple of reminders here. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub. You join right now for free in my description with that 2-day free trial, or you could also join for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off of your first month. Both options are available down in my description. Don't miss out. Go claim that offer. And of course, you get more plays than what are in these YouTube videos, as well as my contributors' plays and the Discord chats. But now here are some free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool here shows off the best expected value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some CSGO value, as well as some other value right now in like the NBA with Alperen Sengun here over rebounds and assists at 14.5. They also have some like Miles Michaelis here over fan score they like, as well as Jalen Williams over rebounds and assists. It's an awesome tool. If you have a favorite play type on PrizePicks, and maybe your favorite play type is a 2-bit power play, if you click on Plus TV plays and filter it down to a 2-bit power play, you can find some plays that fit into that play type in terms of expected value. It can help you find an entry just like that. Get this tool for yourself in my description. Click on the fantasy bundle and scroll down. Use promo code DOMG. There's another tool sold separately called the ASO Generator. This tool automatically generates some profitable and winning entries. They have 16 slips currently on the board for apps like Underdog, PrizePicks, Better, or Rebet. Right now on PrizePicks, they like the 6-pick flex, which contains some value right now on Sengun. They also like some CSGO value, as well as like Jalen Williams over rebounds and assists. Profit margin right now is at about 15.10% if you want to bet on PrizePicks. You click on bet on PrizePicks and it puts it into PrizePicks for you, just like that. Get this tool in my description, click on the slip generator and scroll down and use promo code DOMG. Thank you for watching. See you for the next video. Best of luck. If you want to see over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, watch this video right here.